Welcome back to Monster Tamer, our 2D Pokemon-like RPG created Phaser 3. In our last video, we introduced our brand new area feature, expanding our map, adding a new town, and creating the forest level. Today we're going to start building this step by step. If you haven't seen the previous episode, you can find the link in the description. As always, you can grab the project source code up to this point, along with the completed code for this video from the links in the description. I'll also include any assets you'll need to follow along. So let's get started. So for our main level and tiled, we're going to start off by working on getting our project organized and expanding our overall map size. So what we'll end up doing is we're going to take our existing map, we're going to increase the number of tiles for both our width and our height, and so we'll have a much bigger area to work with. And so now for our main area, we'll no longer just have our starting town, we're going to remove our boulders that were blocking our player, and then expand our map upwards. Here we'll have a new route or area for our player to traverse. We'll eventually add in additional NPCs, signs. Eventually they'll reach our next town. And then from there, we're going to start working on adding in a new forest area where our player will transition to a new level. For our forest area, we're going to keep this small and just focus on getting everything working and connected. With the foundation we build here, we could expand our forest area later on and then add in new areas to our game. So to get started with our changes, first we're going to focus on organizing our layers in our project so we have an easier way to export out our images as we update our level. So for this, we're going to make a new group layer called background and move all of our other tile layers into that folder. So under our project, let's do a new group layer. We're going to call this background. And now we'll want to take our boulder and all of our tile layers below that and place that into our new folder. Let's move our ground layer in there. So now by doing this, anytime we paint tiles onto our level, if we need to generate our background and foreground images, we just need to make sure our background group layer is selected, and then we can do our file, we can do export as image, and this will allow us to create our background image. And now for our foreground, we just select our foreground layer, and we do the same thing. And so previously, we had to manually make sure each of our layers were visible, and by placing these into a group layer, we can do it at a higher level. So now to start expanding our map, we'll first need to resize our map and tiled. So from our toolbar, come to our map, let's do resize map. Now for our new dimensions, let's do 40 for our width. We're going to do 81 for our height. So now when we resize our map, tile's going to show a preview of what our new map will look like. Currently it's going to take our existing map and place our existing tiles in our top left hand corner, since that's where our location 00 is at. For our map, because we want our player to head in the upwards direction, we'll need to update our offset, so then that way, we'll have room to paint tiles on top of our current image. So let's update our Y offset to be 47, then that way our existing map will be at the bottom of our screen, and we'll want this to be centered, so we'll update our X value to be 10. So now if we click OK, we'll see our existing map is now much larger, and we have more room to paint tiles onto our map. So now for our map, let's start off by painting our ground layer, so let's unlock that. So now from our tile sets, let's choose grass. We're going to choose our 4 grass tiles. From our toolbar, let's enable random mode. And now if we want to paint more than one tile at a time, let's choose our shape fill tool. Let's come to the top of our map. We're going to choose our centered area so it aligns with our current map area, and then we'll paint our grass area. So now for our area, we're going to expand our width a little bit, so let's add in 2 more columns on both sides of our existing map. We're going to keep our trees in their location, so then that way our player will be locked within this area. So now for our map, once our player reaches our second town, we're going to expand our game and allow our player to move left and right, and so we're going to have a bigger width for our map area. So for this area, we're going to come down 8 tiles, and so in the bottom left hand corner, as we move our mouse around, you'll see which coordinates are currently selected, and so you'll just want to go to 07. Let's start painting. We want to come down to 032, and then drag our ground layer all the way over. And now that'll give us our main area for our next town. So now for our map, we just need to start decorating it with our new areas and our second town. We'll start at the top of our map. So once our player reaches our second town, if they leave to the north or go up, this is going to lead to our new forest area. So for the top of our map, we're going to paint in a bunch of trees that our players are going to have to navigate through to get to that area. So now for our trees, we'll want to make sure we turn off our random mode. Let's choose our stamp brush tool. Now from our layers, we'll want to unlock our tree top and our tree bottom layers. So now for our trees, because this is a forest area, we're going to do these bigger trees in our basic tile set. Let's grab our 2 tiles for our tree top. We'll skip our first row, and then starting our second row, We're going to paint a few trees. We're going to skip 3 tiles so our player has a space to navigate to our next area. And now we'll paint in the rest of our trees. And for our next row, we want to do the same thing, but we're going to alternate by 1 tile difference. And now we're just going to repeat this pattern until we get to our 11th row. And so one other thing we can do is we choose our select tool. Let's select our row of trees like this. Let's do our shortcut for copy, or if we come up to our toolbar, we can do edit, copy. Now if we do our shortcut for paste, or if we come up to edit and paste, now our stamp brush tools will be updated to copy those tiles that we selected. So now we can just paint those tiles onto our tile set. So now for our trees, we'll just want to fill up to the edge of our map. Next, let's do our eraser tool, and we're going to erase our tiles where we don't have our ground layer. And then one other thing we'll do is let's choose our ground layer, and let's remove our ground tiles from our top layer here. So we're going to leave this layer blank, because we're going to use this to place in some blocking tiles for when we go to do our transition to our next area. Finally, let's grab our top left-hand corner for our tree, and we'll paint in our missing tiles. So now that we have our tops of our trees, we just need to do the bottom. So we're going to do the same thing. So let's grab the bottom of our tree. So now for our tree bottoms, we're just going to paint those on the bottom of our trees, and so that way everything lines up. One other thing we'll want to do is for our top layer here, we'll just want to alternate our trees, and that way it looks like our forest continues to our next area. So let's grab our rectangular select tool, let's copy our tree bottoms, and now we can just paste those tiles in. Alright, let's grab our eraser tool, we'll clean up our tiles from where we painted. So instead of just having a straight path up to our forest, we're going to open up our area here a little bit. I'm going to grab our eraser tool. So for our area, we're going to have 3 rows of trees, and then we're going to have an open area here where our player can walk through. So let's erase 5 tiles from both of our sides. And now let's want to erase a few rows. And that will be left with 2 full trees. So let's do the same thing on the other side. Now we just want to grab our tree top layer and do the same thing. So let's clean up our trees. And now for our area, we should have this rectangle like this, and we'll just need to fix these trees that we broke here. Let's start with our tree bottom. So we'll just fill these back in. Much better. Next for our town, our player's not going to be able to leave on our right-hand side. Instead, there's going to be a mountain range that's going to block their movement. To add these mountains, let's go into our beach set. Under our background, let's add in a new layer. For this tile layer, let's call it mountain. We're going to place that in our background group. And let's move this up above our fences, right below our boulder. So now for our mountain, let's grab these 4 tiles here. We'll come up to the top of our map on the right-hand side. We'll start off by painting there. Next, we'll grab these 2 tiles here. Now if we hold shift and click, we can drag all the way down. We're going to leave 4 grass tiles. And now for the bottom of our mountain, let's grab these 2 tiles and we'll paint those here. Since we're going to have our mountain range here, we just need to clean up some of our trees that we added. I'm going to start off on our tree bottom. I'm going to grab our eraser tool. And let's remove our tree that's right next to our mountain here. And then remove this tree here. Now we'll do our tree top. So now just to add in some decorations, I'm going to grab this tree stump here. I'm going to place it on the top of our mountain. And then we're going to add in some water next to our mountain here. So we go into our beach. Let's grab our 3 water tiles. I'm going to come 4 tiles down from our trees. We'll do 2 tiles over from our mountain. Grab our next set of tiles. Let's do 5 tiles down. And let's do the bottom. And now let's grab our fence layer, and we're going to define our bottom boundary for our town. So let's choose our fence tile. We'll come here from our mountain, and then let's bring our fence all the way over. So I'm going to do shift, and then I'm going to click and bring our fence all the way over. So now for our left-hand side, we'll want to paint in our mountains. So let's choose our mountain layer from our beach tile set. Let's grab our tiles here. Start for the edge of our mountains. We'll come down 3. Paint in our bottom. But let's extend our mountains out a little bit. So we're going to come over 5 tiles. Then we'll have the edge of our mountain. Let's bring that up all the way through our trees. Now let's just fill in our mountain. And now we just need to clean up our trees. So I'll start with our tree bottom. Let's do our eraser tool. Get rid of those trees there. Let's do our tree top. And now because of our mountains here, let's go ahead and remove our tiles that are underneath our mountain here. So let's hide that layer and we'll clean up all these trees. Use our rectangle select tool. I'm going to delete those tiles. So now for our mountains, let's leave a gap of 4 so our player will leave our town. Let's grab these tiles here. We'll paint over 4. We'll bring them down to our fence. We'll add in our bottom. And now we'll paint in our missing tiles. So now for the time being, our player won't be able to leave our town. So let's choose one of our boulders and let's block this off. And now to just add some decorations to our map, I'm going to place a few boulders on top of our mountains. Now we just need to give a way for our player to enter our town. So let's choose our fence layer, we're going to do our eraser tool. Now from the entrance of our forest, we'll remove those 3 tiles. We'll do one more tile over, this will be our entrance, and then we're going to block this off with some trees, so we'll remove these 2 fence tiles here. So now for our trees, we'll do our smaller tree. Let's choose our tree top. We'll start here, we're going to do 6 trees. Let's do our tree bottom. Let's grab our fence. We're going to paint this fence all the way over until we get to the edge of our tree line here. And now let's want to fill in our trees here until we get to the top of our fence. We'll do our tree tops. Let's start here and come all the way down. Choose our tree bottom. We'll paint those on. We'll paint in our missing fence. So now for our road between our first town and our second town, instead of it being a straight shot, we're going to add some fences that our players are going to have to navigate through, along with some encounter areas. So let's leave 4 empty tiles here. We'll do 2 of our fences. Let's leave a gap of 3. Now we'll bring our fence all the way over to our tree line. We'll leave another gap of 4. Now we'll do 3 fences. Let's do 4 tiles this time. We'll bring our fences over. Now let's use our boulder layer. We'll remove our boulders so now our player can get to our next area. Alright, so now if we go ahead and save, now we have the main layout in place for our new expanded area. So before we start decorating our map with new NPCs, encounter areas, our buildings, we're going to work on updating our collision area and then adding our new forest area so we can connect this level to our next level. Once we have all of that working, we'll then work on decorating our map. Alright, with that brings this video to an end. In our next video, we'll work on adding in our collision layer and then building out our new forest level. So as a reminder, there is a link in the description of the video to the completed source code and the completed level file up to this point. So as a reminder, there is a link in the description of the video to the completed source code and the level files for this video. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did enjoy the video, please consider liking the video and hitting the bell icon to be notified when the next video in the series is released. For more great Phaser 3 content, please see some of the links on your screen now.